The train coming, don't let me be stuck on the tracks. That's so scary. And others. And it fell. Today, let me start the car because it's hot. Y'all hear the AC? No, y'all don't. This is a drive with me. Okay, I just got off work and I'm about to get my niece from work, and she works 30 minutes away from me, so I was like, why not drive and do it? Because she has two jobs, shawty, a working hard young lady. You know, you can never say any person in my family don't work. A couple of them, but you know, we all get money, we all get bread. You see by the title of this video, I'm gonna be talking about like the American dream. And since I'm in the car, I didn't really practice what I was gonna say. If you have been watching my channel for the past few months, you would know that I have been on my debt-free journey for a good while. Ooh, these potholes, baby. If my sister is watching this video, I promise you I'm going slow over the bumps. So for the past few months, I stopped my debt-free journey, and that was because I was working at a place where I was only getting low funds. Like, the checks were not checking. For me, that meant nearly all of my money, 99% of my checks, was going to rent, my dog, and nothing else. And it was a little out there. I don't know why he would just pull up right there. So I got a new job. I know I keep referencing LA. I did move there for like 3 weeks. And coming back to Houston, I reflected on a lot and all these speed bumps. And I thought about a lot to do with life and like how I want this life to be and how I want just my life to go in general, and just everything to do with the American dream. And I did Google what the American dream was before I came out here in the car. It's basically like the idea that you have a stable job, 9 to 5, you have a husband and kids if you're a woman, a wife and kids if you're a man, and like the dog and the white picket fence and barbecues and meals on Sunday and all that stuff, which is fine. I just want to say, coming from the unstableness that I did, no offense to my parents, my childhood was pretty unstable for a lot of it. Until like I was 10, lived in a 2-parent household. Well, technically 12. Lived in a 2-parent household. Me and my brother, obviously I have older siblings. We basically had the perfect normal childhood. Did we go on vacations to Disney? No, and I'm still kind of bitter about it. But there was just a lot that we did that I think was good for a while, and then it got bad because divorce is always messy and stuff like that. So from 11 and a half to adulthood, my life was unstable. That shit was just very unstable, and we know with that comes trauma, comes just a lot of stuff that now that I'm in adulthood and now that I've turned 25, I can see that it's not very it hasn't been healthy. Like, I learned that in therapy. We know that. But a big thing that I've been thinking about is, do I want the American dream? Like, there's so many people that make videos about the American dream, and they say, oh, I don't want this. The 9 to 5 has become the thing to hate. And I don't want to say that's like a bad thing, but just like, it is easy to see why it would be a thing to hate, and it's easy to see why it would be something that people don't want. A lot of people don't want. It's very freaking boring, to put it, in layman's terms. Like, it's boring. And for me, someone who didn't grow up with anything in life stable, not a stable schedule, not a stable anything, like, I never knew when my next meal was coming. I never knew when, sometimes, where we were going to be sleeping or where we were going to get our stuff. Like, it was just very much, I'm not going to lie, like I said, traumatizing. And as an adult, my parents did, I don't want to say what they could, they did, because my parents watch my videos sometimes, and I don't want to, like, say that they didn't do everything right or they did everything wrong. I just think personally it affected me in a way that's not good. Like, you know, that I'm here, I'm 25, in my mid-20s, can't even believe I'm saying that, but I'm in my mid-20s and I'm going through a change. I feel like a change where I'm thinking about everything that life has to offer, and I'm also thinking about like the stuff that I go through and have been through and how I see that shit differently now. What this noise is, I guess it's the AC, but I wish it would be quiet. I didn't know I could turn it off. This new job that I got, I realized that I really actually do like having a set schedule. I do like the idea of the mundane. I still want to be an actor, and I still have wanted to be that since forever, and that's like something that I want to pursue. But I'm also right now in this period of my life ready to get into that, but also I'm kind of okay working like a 9 to 5. Sitting and doing nothing all day is boring, not gonna lie. I feel like for me, the service industry, customer service, I like the difference in, or I guess diversity. What the hell's the other word? I like the variety of customer service, and I like the variety of just being able to meet and see different people and having that experience in customer service and retail versus 9 to 5 where it's basically the same people day in and day out that you know. And I like that too. And you're sitting here at a desk and you're sitting here doing the work for whoever don't even know the CEO, never met the CEO, or you know, never met the big boss. And you know, I feel like it's way different, but I'm also okay with it because the hours and the benefits and the things that come with a 9 to 5 I want. I'm also more open to the idea of marriage and kids. At first I was not, but as I have gotten older, I've realized that I'm okay with that. Like, I'm okay with marriage and kids. I'm okay with marriage to a woman. I don't know if I want to be married to a man. That's just not, it doesn't sit right with me to be married to a man. Do y'all get what I'm saying, or am I saying a whole bunch of nothing? I feel like none of this is profound and none of this is new, but I feel like I'm okay with the American dream. I want a dog. I want the dog. I want the kids. I think. I don't know. I've always said no, I don't want kids, and it's still kind of a no, but the picture is getting clearer. I feel like I turned 25 and things just changed. I see my friends and stuff with kids and or buying a house, and I'm like, I want to do that. I want to be that. And I don't know if that's because like I feel like I'm behind in life or I feel jealousy or anything, but there is a sense of questioning, or there's questioning from myself and for myself of whether I want that too, and whether, you know, it would be nice to have a child. For me, children, and it should be for everyone, children come with a lot of consequences and a lot of responsibilities and a lot of things that I think people don't think about when they have kids. First of all, who you're having it with. I feel like people in that moment ignore red flags, or they don't think about how this person is going to be connected to you, not just for 18 years, but for the rest of that child's life. And people don't realize that we're raising other humans. Like, this is not, a child is not an extension of you. It's another human that's going to grow up with their own feelings, their own thoughts, their own psyche, everything like that. So like, having a child and just thinking that, oh, my child will do whatever I want them to do, or my child will be whoever I want them to be. No, that's not going to work out like that. And I don't think people realize that. Like, oh, my child, an example, oh, my child won't be gay. Babe, you don't have a choice. You do have a choice in whether or not your child will be having, like, whether or not your child will have you in their life, you know, whether you support them or not. a person is going to do what they want, and a person is going to do what they feel is right for themselves. I've seen that a lot from a lot of black women, actually, other black women who either I've been friends with on Facebook, friends in real life, who, I remember this one girl, she was like, first of all, her cousins are gay, so that was kind of interesting. But she mentioned, she was like, oh, I don't want my son to ever be gay because I want him to marry a black woman like me. Huh? Babe, let's think this over for a little bit. How is that even gonna work? How's that even gonna work? No matter how much you influence a child, no matter how much you influence a person, they're gonna want to think and do the things that they want to do. You don't get to decide that. And I think a lot of people don't realize that, and a lot of people just see children as their property and to be seen and not heard, and to not have their own feelings and thoughts, which, if you are on my channel, you know I'm a very big advocate, I guess, for gentle parenting. I don't think it's gentle parenting. I think it's authoritative parenting, and I think it's just realizing that you can be a decent human being to children. Yeah, so back to the 9 to 5 thing. I feel like that fits. I feel like when I think about my life, I would be Kevin Feige. Yep, I would be Kevin Feige. And Kevin Feige is a wonderful businessman. I feel like, to me, he's in charge of Marvel, and I feel like when I think about my life in terms of, like, I guess, office job, it would be somebody who works at a big creative company. A couple weeks ago, or a couple months ago actually, I watched a video where the heads of all of the streaming studio, like the networks and everything, like what places? Damn, why I can't think of a place? Why is Netflix. I don't think Hulu was there, but Netflix, Netflix, Paramount, Warner Brothers, like all those big names were there, and they were just discussing how, like, they navigate the industry. And for me, I want to discuss how to get in the industry. I want to discuss how to be like Reese Witherspoon and Kerry Washington, where I'm producing and have my own network and everything like that. Like, I want, I guess, my version of the American dream, which is me and my children. I don't want to share wealth with my kids. Like, I don't know. Like, on one hand, it'd be nice to have children, but also on the other hand, it would be pretty nice to not share wealth. It'd be pretty nice to mind my business and be alone. Like, who doesn't have kids? I guess Oprah, but I don't want to be a wealth hoarder. I don't know. But as I was saying, I think I do want the money, want the house, want the maybe one child, maybe 2 child. My biggest pet peeve is people that wait in the intersection to block the other traffic. Like, you knew you couldn't make it. I always tell people I don't want kids, but in my head, I feel like there just wasn't a way that would fit into my life of poverty. And I've always talked about it. I just didn't see a way up, even with the college degree, even with me moving to a new city. This job that I have right now kind of let me see that, even though I've only had it for a little bit of time, that I could move up, and that having more income is good. Like, having more income makes me feel better about myself. And I think so much of my identity and so much of our identities as Americans are tied to things like us working and being able to make money for other people and being able to make money to survive and contribute. And we're very individualistic here, and I was thinking, like, I really wouldn't care if I guess bought a house and lived with some family members or lived with some friends, even though I just did that, so that's probably a no. But, like, I wouldn't mind that version of life for me, like a big house where people that I do get along with and like where we live together, or stuff like that. So I just think now that I am seeing things from a different light and seeing like life from a vision of like clear-headedness and not depressed, I understand that life could change. Incoming, don't let me be stuck on the tracks. That's so fucking scary. Oh, it fell. Oh, it fell. I'm gonna put your shit in the cardboard box. Okay, we're back. I remember when I was little, I wanted to be Beyonce, Mariah Carey, Ashanti, because I thought I could sing, and I realized I couldn't. But that always stuck with me. Entertaining, and I'm the shyest person. Grew up, barely talked, and I still barely talk. So it's just very weird to see myself. Well, not weird, because I grew up knowing that I always wanted to move to LA. I grew up knowing that I wanted to be an actress. I grew up knowing that I wanted to make movies, and I wanted to write, and I wanted to create, and that's what I'm doing with this YouTube channel. But also knowing that I was really shy. And I remember I made a portfolio for my dad. I think I mentioned this either in the TikTok or in the video, that when I made a portfolio for him, it had numbers of agents, numbers of talent agencies, numbers of like acting classes, like stuff to see that I am serious about it. Like I've been serious about it for the past 25 years of my life. I want to do it, and now I'm in a place where I can do it. So my American dream is having, I guess, the freedom and gall to do it, and also understanding that I would be perfectly fine being Kevin Feige and having a 9-to-5, I guess. So that is going to be the end of this video, because I don't have anything to talk about. I feel like I talk about a whole bunch of nothing. So I'm going to listen to music, and yeah, bye.